Okay, how's it going, guys? I'm sorry I didn't have time to do a recording last week because I spent every waking moment coming home from work trying to write Japanese resumes. So I might seem a little bit frazzled right now, and I apologize about that. This is mostly because it is currently 11:24, and I'm realizing that it's a Monday. Turn that light on. And I didn't record this thing yet, and I probably should because I missed last week, and so now I kind of have to just have a giant mind spew before I go to bed. And it's still gonna be late this week, and sorry about that. I have extra things that I want to add into this one, so I'm not able to edit it tonight. Anyways, that's a bunch of extra nonsense. Jobs and COVID and stuff. So, I don't know how much I'm allowed to say about certain things, so I probably won't, but long story short, I am taking interviews for other jobs right now because, as I've said, Polygon is unable to keep me at this point in time. I have an interview with a really big name in a few days that I don't want to say anything about until it's really hammered down. And to anybody that I've already let that slip to, you keep it secret down there. 2 CG companies. I had an interview this morning with a teaching company, which went, I think, well, but if they want to take me, they're probably going to have to send me up north, which is like, I do not want to go to the up north rural Japanese experience. I do want to learn Japanese, but like, it's not where I want to spend my time. If I can't find anything else, I'll probably take that in a month or so and see what happens with it, because if I go up north, for one, it's cheaper, for two, there's almost no English, so I will be forced to learn it, and for three, I'll spend more time alone, which means that I'll be able to actually put some more of my time into doing, say, animation school on the side. I've been looking into anim school too, so that's another thing. I've gone ahead and bought a suit. Right there, look at that. Sweet little suit. It's very dark blue. It looks black, I promise you it's blue. I couldn't bring myself to buy a black suit, just no color. It's not exciting. So that was like $120 today that I probably didn't need to spend, but for interviews, you need to look your best, and if that's what it takes to keep me here, then I think money well spent. I finished up another manga, which is great for reading practice. That feels awesome. Got another one sitting up on my shelf over there from Twitter. There's a bookstore near here that has many of the Pokemon special mangas on for like 100 yen, which is just over $1. That's really good experience. Fire Emblem streams have been going okay in Japanese. I have a new method that I'm trying to work on for that, for translating, to not get overwhelmed, but still keep myself learning. I'm gonna have a little bit of free time coming up this week. My internship is on the verge of ending, and it seems like I'm not gonna be able to get a job immediately, so I will have a few weeks at least of chilling at home, watch some anime, play some video games. It's this mass immersion technique is a way to force not force, it's an excuse to go back and play all of the games that I love in a different language. So Sonic Adventure 2, I'm already going through Fire Emblem, I'm replaying Mega Man Zero, maybe I'll go back into Xenoblade or Fire Emblem Three Houses again, I don't know. There's so many things. And I've started watching Agretsuko as another way of practice. Good show. Goofy and silly enough that I can follow along with roughly what's happening without needing to know all of the language. There are other... Yes, okay, so also... people, and by people, I mean like one person, has suggested that I share a few photos of my Japanese cooking tips. Here's the secret on that. They're not exactly interesting. There's a few different things that I've learned just by means of having access to different food. But there's one thing here, they have a root here called gobo. I think it's called burdock root. I'll share a couple of photos up here. It's like about this big around, it's really dirty, you wash it off, chop it up, throw it into a frying pan with some soy sauce. I put in carrots too. That's a bar snack here. I think they call it kinpira. So it's actually really goddamn tasty. And then another thing is, chicken. They give you a lot of chicken breast for really cheap here, so I like to just fry it. Put on some salt and pepper. They have a spicy bean paste here that tastes really good with it. Smear it all up on the chicken, throw it in a pan, fry it up, and then put it into literally anything. You can make a healthy meal out of cheap ramen, an egg, and some of this chicken, and like, bam, you're done. Now you have a protein soup. Put some veggies, spinach, tomato, whatever it is that you have available. Throw it in there, bam, now it's a vegetable soup. It's cheap, it's effective, it's healthy. That's how I live. That's how I do all of my home cooking. May not taste amazing, but it gets you through the day, and you can experiment with it. That's the important part, I think. Aside from that, yeah, I don't know that there's a whole lot of else going on right now. Tokyo is expected to declare a state of emergency right now, by which I mean Japan is expected to declare a state of emergency right now. They're still not able to do something akin to a lockdown like many other countries have done. It's not in their constitution to have the powers to do so. It's kind of going to be left up to the discretion of individual counties and areas. And when that happens, you know, just look to a few other countries in the world to see how that plays out. There are schools that are talking about reopening, and honestly, there's a lot of people that are very worried about that. One of my roommates is a teacher who helped me get the teaching interview today, and that's like 40 Japanese kids in a class is an outbreak waiting to happen. So while a teaching job would keep me here, I can't say I'm particularly stoked about the working environment if that's the position I end up having to be put in. Weekly sound off. How are you guys doing? Check with me down in the comments. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know if you're experimenting with anything cooking-wise. Let me know if you're playing around with any new video games. If you're in Animal Crossing, how's that going? I gotta know how you guys are doing too, because there are people who watch this thing, and I see the number go up. And if nobody ever talks to me, then I don't know, maybe it's just a cat that keeps hitting the same space bar over and over again because their owner caught COVID and died. It's social connections here, people. All right. I'll catch you guys again next week when I will have no excuse not to record this because I'll be sitting at home all day. Stay safe. Bye-bye.